Hello and welcome to Artfrofest, where we will be talking about African contemporary art. And today our guest is Akindele John. He will be talking to us about his art, his inspirations, and life.
I am Akindele John, a visual artist, but the kind of art I do is a metaphoric art. Mm-hmm. Yes, so I love when it comes to visualizing a figure. It's just part of me. I've been wanting to write from my kind of early stage. I love when it comes to a gesture pose and a standing figure. I just like anything about the figure aspect. Be either the internal one and the outside. Just the posture. I love anything. So that's why I love to focus and to stand on when it's called figure drawings and visualizing anything figurative art. So, and I've been doing this from an early stage of life.
So you've been doing that for how long, you said?
Yeah, I've been doing that for, if I'm not mistaken, I should be doing that for 15 years now.
Wow.
Like from early stage of life, yes. But I started executing it professionally let me say 7 years ago, yes, mm-hmm.
Professionally. So how have you found it so far, professionally? Enjoying it?
Yeah, it's been, it's something I love to do. It is very easy for me. I'm enjoying it, and I'm thinking if I can enjoy more of it, because it's a very interesting thing for me. It's something I find pleasure in, and I enjoyed it. It's part of my life.
Then in that case, can I ask you, who are your biggest influences? Because obviously your style is very different. It's very original. So I wanted to know if you had inspirations, and who are your inspirations or influences through your art?
Okay. Yes, definitely. I have influences. I have inspirations, masters from, but from the historical, the Renaissance art, when it comes to the 19th to the 20th century, we have some kind of styles like the Impressionism, the Post-Impressionism, the Cubism, and the likes. These are the past styles that artists like us then, that are existing then, that have tried to, create,
mm-hmm.
they've tried to create. It's an impressionist style. I'm influenced by the impressionist style.
Okay.
The impressionism, whereby we have using colors to beautify, to make it to make it soulful, to make it amazing to people, just to create beauty.
Yes.
Yeah. So I don't know, in relation to the environment and where we find ourselves. And it's been my influence when I've started having this arts of the stuff, when I started having creating arts. This has been my influence. And moreover, when I finished, when I graduated from my School of Arts, my School of Thought,
mm-hmm.
this has got me a very creative, this has created a very great platform for me, a creative platform, whereby I have to, for you to discover yourself as an artist, because then, it's a school of thought. You'll be teach how to create the random, those general, the basic knowledge about arts. But it's another thing for you to graduate from the school of thought, and so it's another thing to have a style on to graduate from the school of thought. Sorry, my pet is
so cute dog.
Can you see it?
Yeah, so a little black white dog.
1 minute, please.
That's all right.
His name is Freddie. Freddie, say hi.
Freddie. Hello. I'm Ifedolapo. Nice to see you, Freddie.
Let me just give me 30
go
seconds.
Ahead. So we were talking about your influences, and you were telling me.
Yes. So it's another thing to have a style as an artist, for people to to recognize your what should I call it, your style, I don't know, just a signature. Yes, for people to recognize your picture. So I'm a very social media guy that I use more of Instagram, and I have some masters and I have some visual artists like my calibers and the ones that are more than me, when it comes to this art of the time. I will learn from them through their works, and we get inspired from them through their effects, their creative effectiveness in their work of art. And there's this guy. Before I started making this this metaphoric the full figure itself, I've started experimenting with charcoal. I love charcoal. That is, I love to use charcoal a lot. I don't know, probably because of my tone. I'm a black. Yeah, I love black.
I'm black too.
Yeah. So I love black, and I love to depict. There's this a term called chiaroscuro in art. That's the light and dark. Do you understand? Yes. So you light to depict the forms of the face and everything, just to bring it on a flat surface. That's what it's depiction. So when you put your dark in a place where it's supposed to be, and your light is going to bring out the forms on a flat surface.
Yes.
So I have this guy called Stilos on Instagram. Stilos, he does charcoal, but there's a way he experiments with charcoal. He makes it litigious. Yeah, I don't know. He used some substance to mix his charcoal, but we chat on the comment section. What do you use? What do you know? He has a substance for it, but as an artist, I have to experiment too, just to bring out like the same kind of effect that is bringing out. Then I use some other substance that I can use to get the results of what I'm saying. Do you understand? So I love people. I like to depict a face. All these the gazing face. It's going to the gazing face, beautiful round shape, and the Afro hair. I love Afro hair. It's the power of women. I like to depict a woman when it comes to feminist and everything. I depict that, just like yours. I would love to have your hair in a picture.
You should try next time.
It's the kind of Afro too that I love to depict. It just to me it's Afro hair is the power of women. It creates beauty to them. It creates beauty to them. It enhances their beauty. And and I got to know that whenever they, just like it's another way of giving a shade to the head.
Yes, that's true.
Probably when you're walking under a sun, that can create a shade. You don't need to use a face cap. You don't need to carry an umbrella. So just is a shade to the air, just to keep it beauty and pretty, and not to harm the beautiful face and whichever she's carrying. And so
I see your inspiration is mainly you're focused on beauty and women mostly.
Yes.
Or do you have other inspirations?
Basically on blacks. Basically on blacks. I said this earlier that I love charcoal to depict the chiaroscuro, and for me to get the results more, I must represent and I must use a medium that comes with a darker tone. So do you understand what I mean?
Charcoal is your
using a medium. Yeah. Yes, just to when I use a dark tone, I can be able to get the forms whenever I'm drawing, I'm visualizing anything.
Yes.
So let me just say, basically, inspirations are on Blackism.
Okay.
Do you understand? Blackism.
Yes.
So,
Blackism.
So Stilos have been my. There's this man. This is an old man on Instagram too, Tinsburg. I have them like they are much. I see their work. I got inspired by their work from their work, I got to get my own inspiration to give a signature to myself.
So what would you say is the
In the
goal of your own art? What would you say is the goal for your own art? Because obviously you talk about beauty. I see a lot of your images on Instagram. They have like very powerful titles and they have very strong women. So I would like to know what is the goal of your own work.
The goal of my own art is basically on better future, on better days ahead. You know, in the Black race, we have, though we are not minding the circumstances that we're facing, but we believe in ourselves. We know we are what's it called? We are one. We are there's this kind of royalty that is that is surrounding us. You understand? So my inspiration, the basic thing about my art is that notwithstanding all the circumstances we are facing, we have a better days ahead of us.
Okay.
We have a better hope, we have a better future. That is why I use, if you notice in all my works, I use yellow, a round yellow at the back of the face. Yes. So the yellow, before I started using the yellow is a color that is, it is outshine. It is outshine in color spectrum.
Yes.
So in the color spectrum, whenever you're seeing yellow, there are some colors that are attractive too. There's some colors that are, but yellow to me is what I see that is most attractive.
Yes.
When you have a set of colors, yellow is, I use that to represent a better future, a better hope, a better head. That's why my first work, I think my first work was titled Better Days Ahead. Better Days Ahead. I don't think probably you've seen the work. I saw the work last year, Better Days Ahead. That's when I started executing the round yellow at the back.
Yes.
So in relation to Africanism.
Okay, I understand it now. Because I thought it was, I was seeing it on most of your art, and I thought it was expressing maybe the light, the royalties, that's what I thought it was.
Yes, I was about to say, when we have a heart on a and we have some critics and the criticism to come view the work. Yes. As an artist, I have a part side of the way I can relate it to me. Yes. But it is not something special. You can also see some things that are in relation to the artworks. So that is where critics comes in. So exactly. So you might be saying some things about the artworks, and at the end of the day, it's going to relate to what I asked for the artworks. Yeah. So it is a light. It is a light. It's a beautiful day. It's a royalty. It's a better future. And I can say it's a glorious future ahead. So the yellow for me means a lot of better things. Means a lot of royal things like better days ahead. I just love that title, Better Days Ahead.
Better Days Ahead. So, and I can see that in your color scheme, you often use yellow, then you have pink, and you have blue, and I think orange as well. So I wanted to know, do they have meanings, these colors, when you use them?
Okay, in the
your color
just
scheme,
like just like I said, as a painter, yes, you must be able to express, to give joy with the kind of colors you use to the viewers. No, in my comment section, I've seen someone commented and said the colors itself, of the kind of moody state that you use the color if the person saw. Okay, once the person is scrolling, he saw my artwork, and before the time, he was in a bad mood, but because he's seeing the color and the kind of art, it changes his mood and it solves the problem for that moment. So that is what the power of art can do. I should, as an artist, you should be able to create colors, a sweet colors, to solve people's problems, to beautify their mindsets, to just change them from a bad mood to a good mood, to change them from a bad place to place. So as an artist, I love to use a lot of colors, though they have their meanings, but I am not really concerned about the meanings actually. But I know definitely
for you, it doesn't have a specific meaning. It's really the color, like you're doing some color therapy, basically. You giving strength.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. I know. For me, it's going to speak well.
Yes.
To whoever is seeing my work of art, and it's an era whereby we speak with colors now. There's some we have the past eras whereby artists just play with colors, and they just use colors and the complementary colors, the harmonious colors. They don't know how to. In this era, the artists find color interesting. They are experimenting on colors that's going to give joy. They are experimenting on colors that's going to create harmony.
Yes.
To the environment and to the viewers and to the soul.
Yes.
You understand? So basically, I experiment colors. I paint colors that are sweet, like are suitable to my art, and I'm very sure since it's suitable to my soul and everything, very okay. Because I don't know the kind of they're saying it. So
that's wonderful because it's very strong. When you look at the work, it's energizing. Your work is really energizing because the colors are very strong. They're popping. It puts you in a good mood. Like you said, I feel like if I'm feeling sad, I need a color, I need a boost. I'll go on your page and look at your art and I'll be like, wow, I feel the energy. I'm good for the day. So this is really powerful. But I also like the fact that it's a focus on women. I don't know if it is like women are your muse, but I really like the last one that you posted, which is Still I Rise. I wanted you to tell us about it and what was the concept behind it, because I can see the lady standing, tall and proud. And I just wanted to know for you, how did you see it? How did you come about this concept?
Okay, Still I Rise in the, hold on. So
Still I Rise is the lady in blue dress.
So I have, yes, I have a poem for it.
Okay.
Let me just recite the poem. Out of the history shames. You can go through it if you're seeing my Instagram.
Yes.
Okay, so out of history shame, arise.
Yes.
Okay. Up from the past that's rooted in pain, arise.
Yes.
I'm a black ocean, leaping and wide, willing and swelling. I bear in the tide, just like moon and sun, with a certainty of tide, just like hope springing eye, still I rise. So it's as a story of a woman that I do have conversation with my friends, and at the end of the day, I have some pathetic conversation. The story of a woman that was left down by her husband, and at the end of the day, it's caused damage to her. There is this kind of events that happens. I think some months ago, whereby we have a lady and her husband. I think the lady was the lady was beaten by her husband to death. It's a very pathetic one, which it's and this lady happens to be a very is an instrument in the kingdom of I'm a Christian in the kingdom in the kingdom section. So she's a singer and she's very inspirational.
Yes.
This has been a very tough time for me. I couldn't even think of it, but I'm just thinking about it. But like, how will a man start beating a woman? You know, you pay a bride price and you ask her out. You ask her to be. At the end of the day, this is what you can give to her.
Yeah.
So in this conversation, and I have another one whereby we have a lady too that was hopeless. That was hopeless, you know. Probably she cannot do anything. She is limited to some financial aspect of it, and even that is not enough. She is barren. She's barren, and she could not have a baby. But I know if there is life, there is still hope.
Yes.
As far as there is life, so my advice and my say to such a woman is, if there is life, there's still hope. You shouldn't be able to give it up for now. You don't know what tomorrow will bring to you. Tomorrow your story can change within a minute.
Yes.
So still arise is an historical shame. It's a past historical shame, but there is still hope. Do you understand?
This is
past historical. So you can see the flower vase. The flower vase, it stands as a royalty that when your story changes, these are the things people will see. This will create a value to you. It's going to your historic story will be forgotten, and you start a very beautiful life. You can see taking a flower vase and with a beautiful flower.
Yeah.
Right. So, and the expression on her face is actually still having the what's it called, the past. She's still trying to view the past lifestyle she has had, but still arise.
Wow.
So, and you can see I think I have a nose ring on her.
Yes, I was gonna ask about that. Yeah.
This gives power to her. This gives a very positive energy to her personality that she arises. This is a sign of hope. This is a sign of better days ahead. This is a sign of better life. This is a sign of better future, and still arise. Wow. There's no how, no minding the situation a man will face on earth. But if there is hope, there's still a better life, and there's still hope. So still arise. There's still arise.
Beautiful. No, it makes sense, because I mean, what I love is like each of your paintings come with a poem. Do you write your poems yourself? Are they your own words?
Yes, I write my poem myself, and sometimes I read poems from other poets too.
Of course.
So
yeah.
I got inspiration. So I just take some stanzas from them, and I elaborate it. I open it up, and I share. I can create some of my works. We get inspired by each other. Yeah. So that's how I do my poem.
So each of your paintings have the nose ring. So all these women, although their facial feature changes, their hair changes, that nose ring is always present.
Yes, there is of many sorts in African continent is a sign of what's just like the necklace, the bread, the angles and earrings. They are ornament to beautify a personality, a Africanism. They are ornament to beautify Africanism as a whole. Do you understand?
Yes.
So I use it even to create beauty to my own work of art. So it's in two ways: to create beauty to my own work of art, and it's an ornament to beautify Africanism.
Of course.
You understand? Yeah. So it's to protect um, to protect. I don't know. I'm a very spiritual guy. Is to protect an evil spirit. You know, when it comes to the spiritual, is to protect. You know, to me, I feel these things they are ornament to beautify, and it is spiritual too.
Yes.
It creates beauty to Africanism. So it to protect evil spirits from the kind of mindsets you're having to, you know, it chases them away. It chases them to me. Yes, it chases them away.
Okay, that's a nice way. Yeah.
Yeah, to beautify a work of art and to beautify.
So my understanding is you get motivated by a lot of things, but especially obviously the women are a strong point, something that you portray a lot in your paintings. But like you say, you kind of turn things that happens around you, turn it around and turn it into something positive, like a positive lesson from what you're saying.
Yes, I'm being positive. I have the knowledge. I've gotten the knowledge to being positive some years, because sometimes I might be so bored and be so down with some things, and which at the end of the day, when I call up to my own God, or probably I just make a prayers in my secret place, and in a jiffy, or probably in 2 days, I'll get the answer. So I believe if someone is not positive with anything that is bothering you, and you are negative about it, it's going to be negative, because there's some spirits that are working at that time. So when you are declaring positively, I'm not seeing any possibility that is going to work very positive for you. So when someone is positive, you're taking a negative situation to a positive thing. It's going to benefit you. It's going to benefit you in a career way, spiritual way, physical ways, and people will see it. So someone has to be positive in life. Taking a negative situation, the positive, life. So it's a very good thing to be positive. I see negative things like a positive way to me. So like as an artist, because I'm being positive, even with my colors, I'm being positive. I'm being positive about everything.
Yes.
In life.
We can definitely see it. I can definitely see your personality in your work, that the positivity is definitely there. Would you say that your art or your creativity helps you in your daily life? How does it, being an artist, help you? Because obviously you're very positive, like you say. That must be something that reflects in your daily life.
Obviously, it reflects in my daily life, and as I've said, it's something I find joy in it. And whenever I'm filled with joy, I create positive things that will give joy to people. So if I'm very sad, creating the work of art is going to reflect to the viewers and the work of art. Do you understand?
Yes.
So lately, I am joyous creating my work of art. It's something I found joy. It gives me happiness.
Yes.
I think of it and I create from my soul. I create from my happy mind, from my pretty soul, and to get it done. So definitely, it is a good thing for me.
Okay.
And it's going to reflect to the viewers.
Definitely, I can testify. It does work. And what would you say, out of all your pieces? Let me be hard. Let me tell you, which one do you prefer? Which one is your favorite one at the moment? I know it's hard. They're all your babies, but there might be one that you're particularly.
Hold on. I think just I want to check a recent. I did one of my first pieces that okay, yes. One of my, I've produced a lot of pieces.
Of course.
It's very, but definitely I'm going to give I'm going to give, let me say, 80%, you know, of the love I have for this baby, one baby. I created that piece in 2020, yes, 2020. That's purely, strictly oil and canvas. Because I experiment, then I was experimenting on oil a lot.
Okay.
So I found this girl on the street. She's, no, she hawks oranges in the street for survivor. I wonder how she tried to survive with that. You know, oranges that is not up to 1,000, and she exhausted all her life, all her strength on oranges of 1,000. And still yet, this girl is very focused. She's very, very focused. And she's content with whatever she has. She does not go wayward, you know. This kind of the energy, the vibe that I see in her, the truthful life and the focus that I see in her, you know, really touches me. You know, it really touches me. And the most amazing thing about this girl is that her hair is of Afro. Her hair is of Afro and is a natural hair. She has never relaxed it before. And she has a dark tone color. Very dark. And this girl, she's pretty for me then. Like, she's pretty for me. So I had to walk up to this girl. And, you know, I was like, okay, what do you do? So she explained some things about her to me. And, you know, I was touched by her. So I asked her if she can be a muse for me for a particular work. You understand? So I gave her whatever thing she needs at that time. So I took a picture and I painted a picture. So that's I titled the work Who I Am. If you go to my Instagram, let me okay. Go to my Instagram. Okay, hold on.
Yeah.
Just hold on, please.
Okay.
So who I am, I don't know how I can send it to you. I will forward it to you on Instagram right now. Okay. I've archived the work, so you can keep seeing the work when I'm explaining. Who I am. I have a lot of works here.
Yeah, that's all right. Don't worry. We know.
Yeah, I'm just doing that.
You've seen it?
So I'm doing, yes. Art. Sorry, can you give me your Instagram handle again? Art of what?
Okay.
Okay, yes. I've sent it. You get it?
Just a second. You're breaking off. I don't know why. Let me see if I can see you. Okay.
So I sent it to you on Instagram.
All right. Okay. Let me check it out on the page. Yes. So that must be why as well. You've kept this dark skin tone. I mean, this person has really inspired you.
Yes.
Wow.
So, and the painting?
Yes. Amazing. So okay, there's two of her, one facing us and one she's backing. So
you know, when I walk up to her, I gave her whatever thing she needs, you know. So I took a picture. So now the blue aspect of it was the current situation I met her. Because when I met her and I talked to her, you know, me bringing her to a work of art changes her story to me. because a work of art is people.
Really sorry about that. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can.
Perfect.
Can you hear me too?
Let's go back to that particular piece.
All right. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Perfect.
Okay. So, I created. Okay. I think I will say okay. The poem. Okay, let me just talk about the poem. The poem. Okay, you asked the question. I don't know.
No,
Can you
ask you a
recap?
question about this lady that used to sell oranges that got you by that piece we were talking about. So you were
All right.
telling us that she's very
So
focused.
yes. So I titled the work "Who I Am" from the poems I wrote. So let me just read out the poem. I am a dreamer.
Okay.
I am a girl with hope. I never give up. I never stop trying. Lines flow through my palms in complication of no order, the fingerprints. I am a girl who never stopped thinking of how the future going to be, neither of how the past was. My soul, spirit, and body work together in my favor. I know what life means and how it can be sometimes. I look forward to survive life. The mystery, I know either my history. I'm independent and unbreakable. There is no reason for me to be forgettable. My personality is who I am. So you were asking that I remember now. You asked that the blue, we have it, the blue and the main color.
Yes.
Yes, if you look at the work of art, we are having the blue. So now the blue is a past history. I guess she has not, out of ignorance, she has not discovered her uniqueness, you know.
Yes.
She has not discovered, not until I walk up to her and I was like, wow, you are unique. You have the kind of taste I am looking for my work of art. You have this kind of inspiration that I'm wanting, you know, and she's just a human being existing, you know, but natural, she has this afro which I'm interested in. I was like, no, you are beautiful for a work of art. So I created the flowers to in relation to a natural air, because rarely we see the ladies around with their natural hair, and they keep it. And meanwhile, she's ignorant of her keeping the hair. She just keep it. I just keep it. Probably she does not have money to make the hair, and she does not have some substance cream to make her body looks. But it's a beautiful thing for me. It's a unique thing for me. And I'm so amazed. I'm so amazed because she's prettily beautiful for a work of art. So, and with her story, and her story is touching. And, I didn't even think about that, but I know for sure that she has a hope in the stanza that said, I never gives up. So she never gives up. Even before I met her, she has been doing this thing. And she never gives up. She knows she's the dreamer. She knows where she's going to. She's focused. She's a girl with hope, and she never gives up. She never stops trying. She never stops putting the oranges down at home, not selling the oranges. Do you understand?
Yes, I understand.
So these are the things that amazed me when I woke up to her. So
it did have
she
a strong impact.
She said, yes. She has a positive impact, right? Yes, she has a positive impact to the environment. Now, to the environment, the work of artists, it gives a positive impact. It gives, we have some youths that are in that situation that are already or that they give up already.
Yes.
So this is a positive lesson to them that they stay hope when there's life. Exactly. I still go back. They stay hope when there's life.
Thank you so much. This is very touching. I mean, at least you've told us this one has got a very powerful story. So wow. I must say. I really like the way as well you had her in double, her in like the darker,
Yeah,
and
you
then
go the
yeah,
back view and the front view. Yes,
yes.
and some flowers to create a beautiful, Yeah. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. And my last question for you would be, um, tell me about your technical, how you can overcome a creative block. Have you ever experienced it?
Creative block.
Yeah,
Like,
when your head is blocked and you cannot create, how do
oh,
you overcome it?
yes, it is not meant when you are not having the strength to create an artwork,
Mm-hmm.
or probably you've started an artwork and you have the inspiration with you, you know what you want to create on the platform, and at the end of the day, you are not getting yourself, or you are not getting your bearing of how to execute the inspiration on the. So if it requires for you to leave it at that moment,
Mm-hmm.
those songs that is going to give you a better mood, that's going to just change your mood, your weaker mood to a very energetic one.
Mm.
So you leave that moment and you do something else. Then I'm very sure when you're coming back and you're still not getting it, you leave it. Or you take another piece, you take another inspiration, do that, leave that. So when in the process of executing it to the final stage, you can get inspired. And do not be afraid that at the end of the day, when you come to the leftover inspiration,
Yeah.
your inspiration might be enhanced. Do you
That makes
understand?
sense.
It might
Yeah.
be enhanced. What you've been thinking about that you want to do. The first one, the other one you take, will inspire you to create a beautiful one, even more than the one you've been thinking.
Mm.
Do you understand? So that is the way of overcoming that
The
kind of thing.
creative block. Yeah, that makes sense. Definitely. It does help. So, but would you say that having a network of artists around you can help, or does it help? Does it help to have people, other artists like yourself?
Oh, really? If I can get your question, you mean if you want to create a work of art and you need your artists, your
Yeah,
calibers of art,
some of your
come,
peers to kind of
yeah,
like direct
to
you,
come
or maybe give you their opinion. Does it
that.
matter?
I don't think that is very important,
Mm.
because as an artist, I like to work. Uh, I like to work lonely,
Okay.
because I'm having a set of my calibers, my artists, my co-artists coming around. I'll be distracted. Why will I be distracted? That definitely they may have inspirations, they might have ideas, ideologies for me. And okay, John, can't you do this, do this? Do not forget we are having a set of co-artists.
Mm.
Just like if we are asked to make a painting,
Yes.
okay, we are having a composition, paint this figure. We have the figure represented on the platform, on the canvas, but it's going to be in a different view, in a different skills, in a different accusation, in a different creatives. Do you understand?
Yes.
So that will actually give a distraction to my inspiration. So I wouldn't accept the idea of artists, my friends coming around, then I can no, I'll be distracted. I won't be focused.
Mm.
So I can now produce the artwork to my taste, and I invite them over. Okay, what do you say about this art? So I can pick their points and I can execute it when they leave the studio. Do you understand?
Yes, but
So
but after you finish your work, you could actually invite them to have a look and give your
yeah, yes.
opinion, check their opinion. But would you take
So
advice, or would you stick to your guns?
no, I can take advice.
Mhm.
No, I can take it. Definitely I can take it. If it is suitable to the work of art, and if it's related, and I feel oh yeah, if I should add this, it's going to create it's going to enhance the beauty. Let me have this, and it's going to speak more of the story. So I can do that. I can.
Okay, that's I think that's amazing. I mean, it's nice to know that, you know, although each artist have their own creative space and they still come together they can come together and critique each other, help each other to grow. So that's a nice thing. Do you mentor other people as well yourself?
Yes, of course. I share my knowledge to people. The little knowledge I have, I share to
That's
people so
good.
they can get inspired. And if I'm not doing that, we have some people that they will just come and tell me, okay, your heart inspires me, and I must not kill the spirit in them. So I must mentor them. I must give the knowledge I have for them to begin to continue to get inspired, and in so doing, they can actually have their creative way too. They can actually have their signature too for a better life. Yes,
this is really good. And then one last question again. I've been asking you last question, but now I'm going to ask you, that's going to be my last question. Let me be fair. I'm going to ask you, you did say you studied art, right?
Yeah.
I wanted to know, would you say your education has helped you in your career? How would you?
Okay, yeah. When it comes to skills, the skill, someone might have a skill and not be. So the two works together. Okay. When you have the skill, when you have the creative skills, and you are not literate, the education will just teach you how to be morals about your art, how to do some things that are formal about your art. It's just going to enhance it. Just imagine if you are not literate, if you don't have an education in your skill aspects. Yeah, I don't think it's going to. You will just be dead. But the education is just make you fly with the skill. Do you understand? So definitely, the education has added positively with my skill, with my application and everything, my creative ways of approaching artwork. Just give it more morals to it. Yes, definitely.
But your own personal skill is grown as education helped you to grow your skills, or is it your skills has grown because you've been practicing and what's the balance?
I was about to say, there is power in practicing and consistency. So I'm still coming to that.
Okay.
Then when you practice and you give it consistent practice, and definitely your skill is going to be added. It's going to be solid. It is going to be strong, and you're going to be getting some more inspirations and everything. That is on the other side. But at the other side, so you must have your education.
Yeah.
Yes. So two works together. But when it comes to skill, your practicing and your consistency make it grow, and your skills enhance, and your education enhance it. It's just a backup for it. Do you understand? So
yes.
The two
but how about people that are self-taught then? People that didn't go to uni and they're just self-taught. How can they reach the same
we have
level?
them.
Yeah.
But don't be surprised that they are reading books for it.
Yes, true.
Yeah, they are reading books for it. They have the artistic book that they can read. They can relate their art to the histories, the Egyptian, the Renaissance, the 19th century, and the 20th century. There are books for it. So it's still part of the education. Because if they are having the knowledge that, okay, they can read books, there's not how they want to relate their artworks whenever they are representing their art or they're speaking. Yes.
Well, thank you so much for answering all my questions, despite the technical problems. Thank you so much, Akindele. I really appreciate. Let me just pause this now.